Yo, what is good, guys? Daniel Savage here. So I am going to be making this nice little video here for YouTube. We did hit 10,000 subscribers, and I did make a poll, and I did make a few videos on Instagram telling me, hey guys, what do you guys want to see? I want to give kind of like a little free educational video for you guys as well. You know, everybody knows I have my own course where I go very into detail and I give the whole 9 yards on everything that I know when it comes to trading, everything. So, you know, I kind of want to do something for YouTube as well because you guys are, supporting me. You guys are just the best. So, I did make a post on Instagram asking what people wanted to see. And for some reason, a lot of people are starting to want to know about SPX 500 because they see that I've been trading this pair a lot, pair, indice, whatever the hell you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, just boom. Because people are always like, no, it's not a pair. It doesn't matter. It's on freaking MetaTrader 4 and it's on TradingView. So whatever. Anyway, so a lot of people are asking me like, yo, like, teach me how you trade it, like whatever, blah, 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 blah. I want to know about SPX 500. And then a lot of people are asking about support and resistance. I never really know how to draw my support and my resistance properly. And I kind of want to know how you do it, how you go about it, where do you find them, this, and that, and how do I just trade it by itself? So I might as well do a support and resistance video on SPX 500. So just going straight into it, I do kind of want to show you guys something that I have right here. Well, we have 4 little candle patterns here that I depend on all the time. And I want to kind of explain them to you. So when I see this forming at whether it is a level of support in this situation, it is support. Works the same way as a level of resistance. We just flip it around and boom, it'd be the same exact thing. So in this situation, when I see this kind of little candle pattern, whether this one is a bearish and this is a bullish candle, and we have a little level of, nice little wicks here, we can draw this level as a little level of support. Just, there you go. Boom, right there. So when I see that, it looks kind of good. It looks kind of good. But then we have patterns that we see like this because we're mostly going to see these 4 patterns. We're not always going to see this one. We're sometimes going to see this one. We're most likely going to see this one, and we're going to see this one a lot. Either way, we're going to see all 4 of these patterns all the damn time. So this pattern, I really like this pattern when I see this pattern. I really like this pattern. So now look at this one. Now we have this pattern right here. We have a bearish candle and then a bullish engulfing candle right here. But notice how the wicks on this candles right there, they're not really, really big. So that right there is kind of showing me this could be a weak level of support. So when I see something like this, if I'm going to enter the trade, I will use the bare minimum of 1% risk that I usually use. And then we have something like this. We got a very nice little bearish candle with a nice wick rejection here. And then we have a very beautiful engulfing candle with a fatter rejection of a wick here. This right here is what I look for almost every single time I enter a trade. Bigger rejections to the downside and an engulfing candle. But sometimes we won't see an engulfing candle. We'll see something like this one. So this right here, boom, I like this one. This one, I don't want to say yes and I don't want to say no. I just try to stay away from these. So let's put an X on this one. Boom. Just because, remember, we want to win as much as possible. So I'm going to put an X on that one. And now this one. This is the one that has made me lose almost 50% of the time when I enter into a trade like this, where we have a nice bearish candle, a little wick rejection, and then we have a bullish engulfing candle with no wick at the bottom. So let me tell you why I don't enter setups like this anymore. This is a big no. I don't enter setups like that anymore due to the fact that it fakes me out most of the time. You know what I'm saying? It didn't leave me a wick at the bottom. So, I don't know where I'm going to put my stop loss. Let's say we enter this trade right here when the candle closes. We don't really have a nice wick to really kind of put it on. We kind of put it under this one. But most likely what price is going to do is it's just going to come back down and then boom, and just keep melting. You know what I'm saying? So that is something that kind of scares me when it comes to seeing this little kind of pattern. So anyways, let's move on forward as we are eating about 5 minutes already. So right here we have the 4-hour right here on SPX 500. The SPX 500 that I use is you have to go on your TradingView app on your phone and then you have to type in SPX 500, and then it'll pop up where it says FXCM. You won't be able to do it through the search here because it won't show you, but you have to do it through there on your phone and then add it to your watch list so it automatically shows up on your phone. So anyways, how I like to kind of draw my support and my resistance is I like to go based off the 4 hour more than anything because, you know, I'm kind of a scalper. So I do like to use the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and the 15-minute, you know, in my favor in Confluence. So let me show you some trades that I did get into last week. This week was NFP week, so I didn't really take trades. I took 3 trades. I took 2 losses and I took 1 win. Thank God that my 1 win did eat up all my losses and I was pretty good. I made 8% on my 1 win after I lost 2% on the 2 trades that I did take. So, I mean, I was pretty happy actually about that. My first trade Monday, I had lost 2% and then I made 8%. And then I lost 3% and boom, I was still profitable at the end of the day. So whatever, it was a pretty good week. Anyways, getting back to the subject, I don't want to talk about my trades. I want to talk about knowledge. I want to talk about teaching. So straight off the bat, how I'm going to locate and I'm going to kind of find and determine where my support is. I'm going to look at where basically price has left its wicks at, where it has rejected levels. In this situation, we have this level right here. As you guys can see, this level right here. Boom. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections before we kind of came up. Now, if we kind of drag this back, you can kind of see that this was a previous level of support a few days ago as well. So we have multiple rejections to the downside at this level right here. So what I'm going to do is when we have levels of rejection at this level, most likely starting from here, because this doesn't exist yet, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just drag this into the future, because how we determine where price is going to go in the future is by looking left into the past. So right off the bat, we can see this level is holding very, very strong. So since this level is holding very, very strong, most likely what price is going to do is it's going to target the previous level. So in this situation, this one right here, boom. And as you guys can see, price did come back up, came right back down and retested this level of support. So like I said, once price rejects or respects a level of support or resistance, most likely what it's going to do is, if it doesn't break through, it's going to retest the previous level of support or resistance. In this situation, it didn't break through this level of support. It came right back up, came right back down to retest this level of support before continuing to go up. So let me kind of show you guys where I had my entries at this level right here. Let's go to the 30-minute. I like to take my entries on the 15-minute and the 30-minute. So looking at here, right here, very nice trade. This was actually a signal. It's really, really lovely. Right here. So let's kind of spread that out. So right here, we have a whole bunch of consolidation right here as we speak. So one thing that I did see was that, you know, we weren't really creating a really, really nice level of support here. We did have this one, but I didn't really like it because I wanted to see how the 4 hour was going to hold, because we had just made new lower lows on the 30 minutes. So I wanted to see how this level was going to hold before anything. So we kept going and going, and now we're just in a range and we're consolidating. So what I was doing was I was being patient, and I was seeing if price was going to break this level of resistance to continue to the upside, so that way we can test these previous other levels of resistance. And as you guys can see, just like I said, when price does break a level of resistance, it will most likely go and retest the previous level of resistance. Same thing with support. So now we got a whole bunch of yellow squares everywhere. Don't worry, guys. This is the 1 hour, this is the 4 hour and the 4 hour level of supports. Anyways, as you guys can see here, we did break this level of resistance on the 30-minute, respecting in confluence of our 4 hour support. So most likely what we're going to do is we're going to retest this level right here. And that's exactly what we did. So one thing when it comes about support and resistance trading is you guys can make a very, very good living off of just trading this only. You don't need anything else. And, you know, it's very, very true. You know, one of my good friends, a Forex trader that I really look up to, Wicks Don't Lie, you know, he just trades off support and resistance only. And he's probably one of the most successful traders that I know. and met him personally too. Very lovely guy, very cool guy, coolest guy I've ever met. So anyways, as you guys can see here, we did break this level of resistance and boom, we just kept going. So in this situation, I did enter on this trade right here with stops below this wick targeting this level of resistance. It was a pretty fat stop loss, but I'm still more than a 1-to-1 at the end of the day. And, you know, stops are always going to be a break even once we're literally heading up there anyways. You know what I'm saying? Either way, it was a really good trade because as I held this trade, my stop losses were here the whole time under this previous wick right here on this candle. Let me spread that out so you guys can see that very lovely. You know, we started to kind of break above this 50 SMA and boom, we started to reject it. And now we're officially trading over the 50 SMA. So this is kind of giving me more confluences as to why I shouldn't feel so bad about the stop loss. And that most likely what price is going to do is reach this level as well right here, which was another signal we did take. It's a really good trade. I really like this trade. So I did capitalize on this one trade right here. I did take 226 pips. Let me remove that. And then we got in on the re-entry right here on this little candle setup right here. You won't see anything right here. This looks terrible. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this here and I'm going to show you why I entered on this trade. Let's clean these up. Even though we don't have a really nice candle pattern there, what do we have here? Remove this. This is our other level of support on the 4-hour, as you guys can see. This is our other level of support here on the 4-hour. That's one level of confluence that I'm using. We had this level of support on the 4-hour, and boom, going back to the 30-minute, it was a break and a retest. So we have a break and a retest now on 2 time frames, the 4-hour, the 1-hour, and the 30-minute, because the 1-hour is going to be kind of in confluence with the same exact shit as the 4-hour, as you guys can see. Anyways, looking at the 30-minute, boom, it was a break and it was a retest right here. So what price most likely was going to do at this moment right now is going to retest the previous level of resistance after breaking and retesting this level of support on the higher time frames in confluence with the smaller time frames. And we have a whole bunch of confluences here all in one. So in this situation, it is clear as day, using patience and not rushing the setup and, you know, just really looking at what's happening, this was going to continue going up. And that is exactly what it did. On the 5-minute, this was also Fibonacci entry. Anyways, and boom, price did just shoot right back up. I think this was a 400 pip move. Yep, right there. This was a very lovely trade. Very lovely trade. That was funny. When this take profit actually hit, it was me and Ro. We went to Chick-fil-A. And he was like, bro, take profit for a hit. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I just got stopped out. I was like, lit, let's go. So anyways, you know, beautiful. As you guys can see, we just used the 4-hour support in confluence with our break and retest on the smaller time frames, respecting that level of support, showing us and giving us a whole bunch of confluences as to why price is going to continue to the upside and keep leveling and keep hitting these higher levels of support and resistance. Remember, these things are like magnets. Most likely, almost every single time if we break a level of support, it will go to the previous or the next level of support, same as the resistance, if you guys are copying me. So let's kind of just boom, erase all of that right here. So now look at this. This looks kind of choppy, right? But then again, remember guys, we're looking for, you know, those wick rejections all the time. We're always looking for those wick rejections. So in this situation, remember, we're always looking left. So what do we have here? This was another previous level of resistance right here that we did break through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my little level of resistance and I'm going to drag it into the future. And what do you see right there? We have this level of resistance being broken and retested. And as you guys can see, after it broke it and retested multiple times, it created this little engulfing pattern. We were going to touch this next previous level of resistance, just like a magnet. And as you guys can see, we have multiple confirmations. We have this one right here, very lovely. Boom, beautiful. So, I mean, at the end of the day, this was very nice entry. right here. We have that bullish engulfing pattern, and then we have the wick where we can put our stop losses under, boom, as well as under this level of support. So two confluences to why this stop loss was very, very valid. The same as, you know, let's say, for example, we have, let me see. This one right here was pretty nice too also. I'm not even going to lie. This is a very nice entry. This was that Fibonacci entry. Notice how the candles look like this, right? Look at that. So we got this one, nice little support being created. This one, nice little support being created. This one as well, nice little level of support being created as well. Boom. As well as this one right here. This is kind of ugly right here, but then again, it is a wick fill. So boom, as you guys can see, it does the same thing for the resistance as well. We are about 15 minutes into this video, guys. But I'll give you guys another few examples. So boom, as you guys can see, this did very lovely over here. And boom, bam. Now look at this. What do we have here? Before the continuation, we have another beautiful little level of support being created on this candle, as well as this candle. Boom. As you guys can see, the levels of support are growing, and they are becoming, you know, like a little escalator going to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're just keep going up. You know, the levels of support are getting higher on the candles. So what price is going to do is it's going to just completely just most likely almost every single time. Not all the time, but most likely. And as you guys can see, what do we have here? We have this other previous level of resistance that it did meet targets. Target did meet that level of resistance after breaking this level of resistance, which was over here. And as you guys can see, what do? We always look left in order to find out what's going to happen to the right side. So, I mean, it's not really rocket science. It's really not. It's very, very easy. You know what I'm saying? You wait for a break, you wait for a retest, you wait for candle formations, and boom. It's very, very simple. I know so many traders who just trade only support and resistance, and they're very successful. They're the most successful traders that I know. And all they do is trade just like this. Everybody trades just like this. If they're successful, most likely they're trading the support and the resistance just like this. Anyways, let's just kind of let this play out a little bit, and boom. Let's just exit out of this one. So as you guys can see, guys, most likely every single time price does break a level of resistance and a support, it is most likely going to keep targeting other levels, previous levels of support and resistance, just like magnets. So one thing people are going to ask me for sure is, how do I find the confidence in order to enter this trade? And that's why we had those candles in the previous part of the video. So I kind of want to explain to you that one candle that I didn't like when it did have a really small little level of wicks right here. As you guys can see, we do have new higher highs being created, taking out these highs. Right here was also a Fibonacci entry. And then boom, what the price did do, if you would have had stops under this wick, you would have been stopped out. This was a weak level of support. I did not like this level of support. So guess what? Now we have this nice level of support being created with higher wicks, with a better chance of us not getting stopped out. And as you guys can see, if we would enter being patient right here, what do we have? Stops under this previous wick, still very nice. Look at that. Over here, we're looking at a 1 to 3. Target this other previous level of resistance. Boom, what do we have right here? We have a 4 to 1 risk to reward ratio. Beautiful trade. Very, very lovely, beautiful trade. So when it comes to the candles, guys, keep that in mind, man. The bigger the wick, you know, the more it makes sense, the less chance you have of getting stopped out. Look at this right here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Exactly. Just like that. I always look for these type of wicks at the candles to create a level of support always. These little weak ones, I try to stay away or use bare minimum risk. But as you guys can see, use here, 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 and then over there, like as we were showing. Beautiful, beautiful. Look how price respects them so much. Same thing right here as well. Bam. Right there as well. Look at that. So like I said, guys, the kind of a bigger wick, better looking rejection, always the play. Always, always, always the play. So anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will definitely be putting more of these type of videos as well. Everybody loves the education. This is one of the best setups that I'm currently trading right now with SPX right now, 500, as well as the Fibonacci and Confluence. Another thing that I do want to say, guys, I teach all of this. I have so many hours worth of videos teaching just like this in my course. If you guys want to take a look at that, I will link it in the description as well, guys. Thank you guys so much for the 10,000 subscribers, guys, man. I really hope you guys love this video, man. You guys can watch this video as many times as possible. This video right here, I know 100% if you go through it, every second of this video, you will be profitable if you watched it many times to take notes and back test this. It works on every single pair, guys. So don't let it be like, oh no, it's only SPX. No, works on every single pair, guys. So anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you guys for the 10,000 subscribers as well, man. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment. Also follow me on Instagram as well, FX Daniel Savage. I will link it there. Any other page is a fraud page and it is not me. Anyways, guys, it is a happy Mother's Day as well. So happy Mother's Day to everybody else, man. Daniel Savage, and I'm out.